Hello YouTubers. I did a carpentry video for apprentices the other week, and it seemed to be quite popular and people wanted me to post a few more tips and tricks, so I thought I'd put something up that people don't often see on the internet or anything, and it's regarding UK carpentry. A lot of UK carpentry is done on refurbing houses and older houses where they've settled and still got old oak roofs and things like that, and a lot of the rafters are 3.5 by 3.5 oak, and you might have to change some. So one of the scenarios it would be where your boss would say, go up on that roof and change that rafter for me. Now you could try the new way and measure it, something that you think will work, and you can cut it on the floor, and when you bring it back up, it might be wrong and you wasted a lot of money's worth of oak rafter. So I'm going to show you some quick little tips on how to deal with things like that. So what we got here is basically a wall plate. There's a cross on the floor there. Up here is the ridge board where my finger is, look. Sorry, I've got a bit of a sniffles today. And what we've got here is these are the tools we're going to use. Sliding square, sliding bevel, and a square. So what we're going to do now, the bloke has asked you to go up and change that rafter. So you can get to the top of the bridge. So we'll just use the square to start with. I know it sounds easy, but this is going to help you out. Imagine that is there. You put your bevel on there and get the top bevel, which is 25 degrees. So you go down to your pile, pick up your rafter, swing it up like that to see which way the crown is. Crown up always, okay? And then slash that off 25 degrees. Come back up here, and then here's what we do. We slide the point of this rafter up an inch. So say that's where it's supposed to be sat. We slide it up. I've just got that there. You can put a nail if you want and put that on top of the ridge board. But slide that up an inch. Remembering you haven't cut the bottom. And this is what it'll be like. Let me just settle this camera down here so you can see what's going on. Right, this hasn't been cut now, so what you would do is that is a wall plate. You get your bevel, your square, put it against the wall plate there, and just go wallop, straight up like that. Then you put it like that across the top of the wall plate, and go like that. That is a perfect bird's mouth. Now I've done it here in pen to show you. And if you can see, on this one, this rafter's only 90 millimeters across here. So it's only 30 millimeters you're allowed to go in. So that's why it's only cut off there. So that will be perfect then. So when you cut that, that'll just slide down perfect in there, and you won't know. You won't have made any mistake at all. You can't make a mistake, and it's perfect. If you've got a bigger rafter, say a 6 by 2 or whatever, and you want to get the whole of the wall plate, you do the same method, but you measure the whole of the wall plate, and then just go up until it reaches the point there. And do it by eye, like that. Cut that out, a bird's mouth out, and you're right again. So to get that measurement, we haven't even used the tape. And you always leave these in the UK, where I work anyway, long, and you cut the fascia angle out at the end, because the buildings have settled, and you'll only end up making a mistake and the fascia will look crap. So that's the one way. Now we'll do the square on the next one. Put the camera up a bit. Same thing has been asked of you again. I'm going to use this time. So up to the top of the ridge, like I showed you before. Get your square down the ridge like that. If you can see here, it's 25 degrees. Get that mark, and I put a little black mark on with my pen. Go back down to the pile, cut the top off, bring it back up, keep it up an inch like I showed you there. You can hook that nail on top of the ridge if you want to. Right, so when we're back down here again. Now we're going to do exactly the same thing again, only this time we're going to use this. So get your square, put it like this, up with the wall plate. Remember, level with the wall plate on the front of the house, up like that. But this time you can do it slightly different. Because if you want to do, if you've got a bigger rafter and you want it to go on the wall plate, you can mark the whole width of the wall plate and then just square off that line like that. Sorry, this nail is in the way. Square off that line like that. And just go wallop like that. Very easy to do. So once you cut that out, it'll just slide down in there perfect again. Right, so we've done that way. Now we're going to do a way. If you're going to measure, they ask you to measure it, but you haven't actually got a rafter there. Somebody's kicked it out or it's rotted away, but you've got a couple by the side. So just put a nail in the top here. This is the top of the ridge board. So what you do is you go up to the top of the ridge, put the nail in where the top of the rafter would be, and I'll just show you here in a minute while I move back over, and we'll move the camera again. Get your tape, put it on that nail at the top here. And if you see there, you've got a measurement at the front of the bird's mouth. In this case, it's 105.5. Now remember that measurement from the front of the bird's mouth to the top part of the rafter. So remember that measurement now. You put your tape on the end of the rafter to just cut the top off the right degrees. Oh, sorry, it's a bit awkward here. Can you see that? Hold on. Right, so we were going to go at 105. Let's go at another one because I got another mark on it. Say go to 111, that measurement was. So all you do is you put a mark like that with your pen at 111. Then you've got your sliding square. You set that up on the rafters next door. So it's like that. And that first mark we done. Whoop. Just go off the top of your rafter. You can see there you've got cross. You can either use your sliding bevel or use this again. Put it at 25 degrees, straight through that cross, look, like that. And then where that point is again, there is your bird's mouth. And that is one I did before at a different place. It's a very easy way of doing it. Look, you only need that point there, and you can. The good thing about this is that you can shout down to your mate to cut you a rafter and put the bird's mouth in. So you cut the top off. All you're going to say to your mate is, I want a rafter, 25-degree cut, measured from the top cut to here, for example, 104 inches. And you'll know exactly what to cut then. He'll cut the bird's mouth out ready, but he'll leave this long. So I hope this has helped you out. I have actually done this a couple of times now, but my camera, for some reason, fucked it up. But there we are. That's a couple of tips to help you out, because most of the carpentry I do in this area of Wales is restoration. And if you do a new house these days, it's mostly done with trusses. And you don't really use a lot of cut-in roofs, but it's... When you do have to do it, cutting a roof is as quick as putting a roof on with... Well, probably quicker than trusses. You have one carpenter here on this side, a helper in the middle, and another carpenter on the other side. And he'll hold it up an inch, like I just showed you first of all. You'll mark out your bird's mouth. Flip it on this side, start to cut it out with a handsaw. At the same time, this guy will be doing that for the bloke over here. By the time you cut this bird's mouth, you slide it up, put it in a place. This guy will put 2 nails in with a Paslow gun or whatever, and you'll move on to the next one. And you'll keep going up the roof like that, and a cut roof will be on in a few hours. Very, very quick. People will be amazed how quick you can cut a roof on. So I've shown you, with just them tools there, how you can measure and cut a rafter yourself and not make a mistake. Because the key to being a carpentry apprentice is not making a mistake and giving the people ammunition to make you look like you can't do it. So always do it like this, and you'll be cutting up rafters perfect every time. So I hope this has helped you out. Please put a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll do a few more when I got time.